Hello and welcome to hopefully a live stream that does not buffer and my chat doesn't crash. Um, welcome, welcome. I'm Jay Wiggs, and today we are going to be looking at the faction narratives that you have written. And I have not taken a look at any of them yet, so I am going to be in for a surprise. It's going to be really interesting. Now, what I'm going to do is there are 8 of them so far. I'm going to leave the submissions open for 2 more. We'll go through 5 of them today, and then we'll go through the other 5 of them tomorrow. At around this time, we'll do the same type of stream, and we'll see how that will work. Right, so anyway, as you have noticed, I have my very, very nice, wait. I have my layout. I have a really cool layout that I've been working on. And wait, where is, I want to show you the faction submissions first. Yeah, let's go to the faction submission channel. And then open up Discord. Ta-da! So as you can see, whenever I look at my chat, it actually looks like I'm looking at my chat, like on the screen. When I'm reading the chat, it looks like I'm reading the chat, which I think is like, it's like the perfect positioning. I'm also paying very close attention. So if any of you were here for my last stream, you may have, I ran into a quota problem where I was exceeding my quota limit, and we worked on the last stream to really just bring it down. It looks like I used to use like 10,000 my quota in like 10 minutes. Now I seem to be using around 300 to 400 out of the 10,000 every 5 minutes. So looking at that, it looks like I'll probably last like 2 hours. So what I'll probably do is eventually I will cycle through my APIs. So I have like 3 different like projects set up so that each one of them can have 10,000 requests. And then when we do that, it triples the amount of time I can stream. So anyway, all that being said, we have our faction narratives. We have, I believe we have got 3 from Nova, 1, 2, 3 from the Nova. We have 1, 2, 3 from the Strike, and then the last 2 are from Prime. So what we'll do is we will read, today we have 5, so I will read, I'll try to get to each faction. So we'll do the first 2 from Nova. I'm not sure I don't think any of these rely on the others. So we'll do 2 from Nova. We'll do, which one has 3? We'll do 2 from Strike, and then we'll do 1 from Prime. And that will leave 1 Nova, Strike, and Prime for tomorrow. Hello, everyone. Hello, chat. I see SMP is here. I hope you like my little chat thing going on that I've got. It's like kind of scrolling up. It's got like your names and stuff. Actually, I made sure it looks really nice. It looks awesome. It has that Game Maker feel. And I just copied their color palette because their color palette looks nice. And I'll be hopefully doing a little more Game Maker live streams as well. The emojis don't work. Yeah, it seems emojis don't work because the font doesn't handle emojis. It'll just be giant squares. But at this point, I'm okay with that. Right, so the first thing we have from the Nova faction. From the Nova faction, we have the Infestation. Right, so let us pull this up. And I'm going to double check my quotas. We're 886, like 3 minutes ago. Now we are at, we're going through around 100 a minute, which is around 6,000 an hour, which means that I have like 1.5 hours left. I'm on a timer now. There is stream delay. There's a little bit of stream delay. Yeah, it's a 10-second delay. The chat is delayed even more than what you're actually seeing. For me, it's less, but chat only refreshes every 5 seconds. And even with, I was originally refreshing every second, but that's way too clumsy. As in, it throws my quota like through the roof. Hopefully I'll be requesting like 100,000. And then with my API cycling, that will probably help as well. Right, so what do we have? We have this. I think, yes, you all can see that very nicely. Perfect. So this one is by the Nova, and it's called the Infestation. What quota? So basically, every time I access the YouTube API, I have a certain quota that I can't exceed, which is like 10,000 calls or something like that. But like each time I do a call, it can sometimes use like more than one like cost. So anyway, I'm gonna get a sip of water before we dive right into this. Mm, you know what? Let's do a bit of narrating. Right. Log entry. August the 20th. Today was a normal day. The crew and I did a bit of experimentation with different applications, like laser cannons, microtechnology, etc. Daniel did a ton of work today, like cleaning the house. Tom tripped over and spilled some acids. Now there's a hole in the floor. So clumsy. Anyways, just another day. Nothing new. Let us do this. Log entry, 21st of August. It's been another normal day. More experiments, couple explosion. Daniel says he feels sick though. He has a sore throat and a bit of a stomach pain. That should be an easy recovery in a few days. Tom didn't knock over anything today, surprisingly. Log entry, August the 23rd. Daniel says he's not feeling well at all. Stronger stomach pain, vomiting, discomfort in the esophagus. I'm a bit worried about Daniel. This doesn't seem like the normal kind of disease. Gonna have to consult the hospital nearby. Log entry, August the 24th. Daniel's been worse than ever. This isn't good. I'm worried. Tom's worried. And I bet Daniel's family's worried too. Seems to be getting fatal. I also saw something growing in the corner of the house. Seems red, looks kind of like a scraggly mushroom. I'll have to take a sample and look at it further. Log entry, August the 26th. We brought Daniel to the ICU yesterday. From the doctor's investigation, it seems that he has a new disease that hasn't been heard of. It's a parasite, apparently. Also, that mushroom-like thing in our house, it just keeps growing. We called over an exterminator, but no matter what he did, nothing happened to it. If I look real closely, it seems like it moves a little bit. Peculiar, I might say. Looked at it under the microscope, and the cells seem to undergo mitosis at a fast rate. I may need to seal it with a little metal box so it doesn't grow anymore. Interesting. This is interesting. I think this is the development of an infection or an infestation happening on one of the research islands. Log entry, August the 27th. Daniel might not make it. Pray for him dearly. His condition is getting worse every day. Weaker muscles and pale skin. Anyway, my curiosity got the best of me. I gave some food to the red creature. Nothing happened. Checked it back in a few hours and oh boy, the thing grew 3 times the size of the food I gave it. To say the least, that probably wasn't a very good idea. Yeah, that probably was not. I don't know the protagonist's name yet. Right. Log entry, August the 28th. I checked back on the red whatchamacallit, grew a few outages, which kind of looked like veins. Thing was pulsing with metal rusted around it. I think this is actually a new creature and doesn't seem like a friendly one. I'll have to call the exterminator again. Log entry, August the 29th. I found something super surprising. Looks like I forgot to check my lawn, hey? When the exterminator person came over, he told me to come outside of my lab to check something out. The creature was a lot bigger than just the corner of my house. A lot bigger. There was a whole red layer of slime across my garden, with veins and everything. I may have seen some features like eyeballs as well. Ugh. Tom and I agreed to move over to another island because that thing did not look friendly. Log entry, August the 30th. Sad to say this, but Daniel didn't make it. We'll always remember him. What he contributed to our work and how he kept us going. Tom and I moved to another island. We just had enough money to buy a thing, thankfully. We still see that red creature over on our other island. It seems like the local police and hazmat team are running some investigations over there. Nice how you can just move islands. Yeah, it is nice how you can just move islands. Just like, whoop, pop up and leave. Log entry, August the 31st. Holy jeez, I've never seen anything like this before. While Tom and I were having breakfast, we heard a big roar. We looked around to find where it could have come from, and then we saw it. Big, red, angry. The hazmat team seemed to have made it angry by trying to cut the thing and discard it. Suddenly grown to 2 times the size, it had a jaw, and it was a terrifying sight to behold. Suddenly, creepy, gnarly, otherworldly, bizarre, eyeballs everywhere, and just blood red. Apparently the thing had been shared across social media. Some authorities have called over another faction to use brute force to get rid of the thing. Call themselves the Strike Coalition. I'm excited to see what they can do. Ooh, so that looks like the end of his log entries from the from August. Wow. At this rate, you can read all the stories before 2 hours. Yes, I could read all of them, but I think we'll space it out. I think we'll space it because this is a lot of talking. I'm not sure how well my voice will hold up. Um, okay, so this is going to be Ship 112B, Unit Taurus, Strike. Report, 1st of September, XXXX, which is, I assume, a year. Few people from the Nova called us over to destroy. You know, I should use a different voice. We'll use a more, this is a military ship, so I'll use a more military voice. Report, 1st of September, September XXXX. A few people from the Nova called us over to destroy a creature. Seems super easy, we'll just need a bunch of cannons. I should take care of it. We usually don't like to mingle with the Nova, but there was something about their message that made it seem like we had to come over. Report, 2nd of September. Haha, great voice. Stop that voice. Wow, I'm just going to continue this voice. Report, 2nd of September. By creature, I didn't expect a monstrosity like that. Cannons didn't work on it. The more we attacked it, the stronger it got. It got to the point of being able to float on its own and throwing some biologically hazard material at us. Okay, the hover news. This is the hover news. Okay, so this is different. That was their logs. Okay, so that was just the unit logs. Hover News Network. Breaking news! In the town of Alchem, a Nova town, a giant creature of sorts has grown stronger than ever. The creature is an exceptional danger to the town, and its origin is unknown. Authorities have collaborated to try to exterminate the creature, but so far, nothing has succeeded in suppressing the Goliath. If nobody takes action, Alchem might not be safe at all. This is Hover News. Okay, back to log entry. Log entry, September 14th. Tom and I have evacuated to another town. Alchem is, well, not Alchem. It has all been engulfed. I don't know what's happening with that thing. I don't know when it's going to stop. Nobody knows what it is. I'll call it an infestation. Anyways, with that out of the way, we hired a new crew member today. His name is Andrew. He seems like he'll be a big help to our experiment. He specializes in energy, so now we have a full set of knowledge. Log entry, September the 15th. The crew and I tested on a sample of crystal, and it looks like it outputs a good amount of energy. We can use this to our advantage. I think of all the uses of an infinite energy source. Anyway, I saw something pretty weird in the corner of my room today. Finn. Wow. So it looks like someone's spreading the infestation. It would be hard to get over 2K. Mine's not 1K yet. I've been working at this for days now. Yeah, exactly. Some of you were like, SMP was talking to me, and he was wondering if he could go over to 10K or 20K, or just edit out like all the spaces to make sure. This is 1,000 words. Yeah. 8,000 is a lot. 8,000 is like the absolute maximum. You shouldn't need. This is interesting. I like the log. I like the different reports. We've got Hover News Network. We've got different logs. Wow. So it took 2 weeks, it seems. If that's September the 14th. This is now August. It took 2 weeks and it took over the entire town. Wow. That's a cool story. That's a very cool story. That's a very, very cool story. I like that. Good job. Good job. Let's go over to our next one. Actually... Okay. This is also by the Nova. Let's save that one for tomorrow, because I see another Nova and it says story was inspired by infestation. It's kind of a continuation. So let's go ahead and look at this one. Right. Let's see. Zoom in a little bit. Ooh, zoom in. Okay. It's a little bit too much zoom. Here we go. Can you all see that? Yes, you can. And I'm going to check my quota again. Let's see how much it's gone up in the past, I don't know, was that 15 minutes? Let's have a look. So we're at 2,000 now. So looks like every 15 minutes it'll go up by 1,000. Okay, I've got time. Okay. This is called the True. Interesting. I'm assuming that this is going to be the same character. I'm assuming that this is going to be the same character. Right. Right. April 15th, XXXX. Half a year passed after the strange news about the mysterious red shape on one of the islands, to which we named Island Zero. Since then, thousands of appearances of the Thing have been recorded in Illa territories, and chaos ensued. There's no character for this. Oh, is this just a log? Well, I think it makes sense that some character is writing this. Someone's writing down the history. The population feared the unknown, and fear is palpable. It was then that an unexpected alliance merged. Prime, Strike, and Novo, three great factions with generations of rivalries, they decided to unite with a common goal. The days become months, and the fight against the Thing did not seem to end. Research was started with some erudites and science-related people's help. Finally, the truth discovered. A truth that no one imagined. Ooh, what is this truth? May 11th. Thanks to the exploration, I can't see that. There we go. Thanks to the Exploration and Investigation Department, new discoveries were made. Who thought that there was life there, right in the heart of an island, right in the heart of the island? Despite being happy that we have evolved in our discoveries, the world did not seem to share the same energy and hope. In their faces we could see fear. In their sentences we could hear confusion, and in the air we could smell panic. We cannot be discouraged. We just have to continue. Nothing is certain yet. More research will be done to be sure. November the 7th. This is months later. The research was extended for a long time. The islands who didn't show signs of contamination were searched. Then something extraordinary was discovered. Vital signs. As said before, there was life there, but it was still incomplete. Like a fetus, it would develop, undergo transformations, and even be born and give rise to the red creature. The incredible capacity that the cores had was discovered. It could change colors depending on the stage it is in. We could see a yellowish green in its sleeping phase, which gradually changed to orange-red, indicating that it was completely effective. People hardly ever left the house, and every day the speculations became more ridiculous. It was evident that panic was eating away at the citizens. However, it was justified panic. After all, it was a reality that at any moment, what we call house could become a real monster. Wow. I mean, this sounds like a lot like the situation we're all going through and right now with the COVID-19. Definitely relatable. January 28th. Over the months and the laughter, excuse me, over the months after the last search came out, we saw several islands were transformed. All the technology and armament of the islands were modified thanks to the Thing. Flotrons and drifters that controlled the islands were corrupted. No one else was able to control the islands, as if they had taken on a life of their own. The existence of its own intelligence was confirmed in the core of several of the tests that we carried out, to those that we still identified as asleep. So we're now testing it. Oh no, the big Coco. I think there's some typos, but I'm okay with it. It's okay. March the 1st. This is already a year. Number of deaths grew every day. People do not support the amount of vital energy that the core sucked from them. It was confirmed that the core is the cause of these losses, causing weakness in the victims until they cannot stand it anymore and they die. A protest started on part of the residents. They wanted to replace the cores. With the deaths increasing every day, the world became an authentic chaos, and the number of asleep cores would not be enough to replace even half. We are experiencing an authentic calamity. November 8th. A few years later, the first core was created. Its creator, J-Wiggs, was acclaimed by the world and ended up becoming a hero. Many said that he was God, but no one could confirm the fact. This is an interesting ending to the rise of the infestation. How we have all of them coming together and eventually finding a way to defeat this with me becoming a hero. Now, okay, can't say that part's canon. I do like the idea, but it's interesting how you attribute the core to the cause of the infestation. That's very interesting indeed. I was thinking it'd just be a normal infestation. But yeah, very nice, very good work, very good work. Very, very good work. Let's have a look. Let's have a look now at Discord. Right, so we've read two from Nova. Let's read some from Strike, The Old Man in the Sky. Let's read that. Do we have any other continuations? I don't believe so. I do not believe so. So let's go ahead and read one from Strike. Here we go. Mysterious Force. Is that no, here we go. The Old Man in the Sky. Strike have three, right? I believe the Strike have three. One, two. No, there are three. Strike do have three. Okay, so we'll read two of them today. Right. The Old Man in the Sky. And very nice. I like this because it's got very big. Okay, it looks like we have another one of the logs from something. Right. Page is missing? Okay. Sorry for any misspelling, grammatical errors, or story. Okay. Great. Hold on a second. James Anderson, that name sounds super familiar. Okay, anyway, I don't know. It sounds. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. I don't. It's. Okay, well. Date. 7. I don't know. Is that like June? July? July 14th, 62. 62, okay. Okay, interesting. I'm not exactly sure. Well, we'll just say 62. We'll just say 62, but because 62 in my head has a certain time period that it's in, which would be after the 60. It would basically be 62 years after the cortex exploded. Um, so let's have a look at it. My name is James Anderson. What voice do you guys want? What voice do you want? We can do a different voice. I can't do many accents. I can't do a lot of accents. I can't do any. Yeah, I can't do accents at all. Um, but what does he look like? He looks like, well, Mickey Mouse. I can't go high. I can already feel my voice like starting to like get destroyed from all this talking. A Scottish accent. I can't do Scottish. No, that's British. No. I don't how do you do I can't how do you do I don't know what Scottish accent sounds like. My name is James Anderson, and I recently finished my apprenticeship with my teacher. He taught me all about building islands and the engineering behind them. Soon I'll be leaving for my job at a small dock. Something like that? I don't know, I'm probably doing it terribly. At the Forestman docks, they build a smaller island for personal use. Androvsky, my teacher, was retired but still willing to come teach me on a small scale and suggested now that I'm out of the nest that I should start a diary, being this job can be exceedingly stressful, as he puts it. I almost forgot to make my entry today. It was so chaotic. Why does all your voices sound terrible? Why, thank you for the compliment. I'm not a voice actor. I said goodbye to my mom and dad, and as well as my teacher. He gave me a really nice book for my diary, so I copied down what I'd written yesterday. I got on an island, and it was such a long trip, and it was really camp. Now I just know my back is gonna hurt. Yeah, this accent's awful. I'm sorry. We have another 10 minutes of this. So I fell asleep while writing. I thought it was funny, so I'll leave it be. Woke up not too far from my new home. I was about shaking out of my boots. I'm so nervous. I don't know what this accent is anymore. My teacher used to work with a guy who do Cockney. I'm not sure what Cockney is. I apologize. We'll do Cockney for the next one if it works. My teacher used to work with a guy who works there, so I guess he said some nice stuff about me. Can't wait to see my new home, and I hope the boss feels the same way about my skill as my teacher. Yeah, this accent's terrible. I'm really sorry. Buffering is back, but it was less than a second. Great, that's perfect. I literally restarted my Wi-Fi router right before starting this. Okay, so it's about a guy. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to this story much. I've been focusing too much on the accent. Maybe I'm gonna drop the accent. I can't really read with it. At the farm and docks, they're using small islands. He's just going through his day. I see. Okay, I'm gonna expect some sort of twist. I haven't written for a while. I've been so tired. My boss is a horrible tyrant. Okay, so then some days later, I think I'm finally adjusting to my new life. It's way harder than I ever imagined. Androvsky was my teacher, and he taught me well. But he didn't teach me about how burdensome the workload is. So 62, 62, 62. Oh my goodness. Page is missing. Oh, that's what page is missing is. Because he's pretty much this. We just skipped to the end of the career. We just skipped through his entire life, his 30-year career building small islands for personal use. Yeah, I bet that. I bet that is. I bet that's a tough one. I like the idea. The end of my career is around the corner. I can just imagine sitting with Jan, without worrying about the newest island to design. Tomorrow's the day I retire. Yay! I'm retired. I finally did it. I was hoping to retire sooner, but that stuff with the fire was a huge setback. It's not important, but it is that I. But it is that I made it. But what is that I made it. I can't believe I've had this book in storage for. Oh, okay, wow. So this is even more. I can't believe I've had this book in storage for 16 years. The last I wrote in this book was when I married Jan. I think it's Jan or Jan. Jan. I know the J is silent. Oh, okay. So Jan's his wife. I can't believe it's been 17 years since then. Um, I'm glad I found it when I was going through my old stuff. Bought a slightly old island, but it was well kept. It was built by the Forsman Docks, and I was the one who designed this model. Mid 73, I think it was. Okay, wow. So actually, it was like 10 years into his career he built the island he's currently living on. I don't have much to say, it's just me and Jan moving our stuff, but I did get in contact with Robert O'Dale, the guy who worked under me. Now has my job, the island we bought I had made in 72. Okay. I forgot my book again, but with all this moving and making another... Oh, but with all this moving... Oh, I forgot about my book again with all this moving, but I'm making another entire entry just to try to get back on track. During the move, Jan hurt her wrist, but I think it was just a sprain. Thankfully, that was the liveliest thing that happened. Oh, I was scared there for a second. Androvsky and my cat died together. Of course I named him after my old teacher. Didn't think my cat dying would remind me of him so much. Not to say I didn't know it would remind me of him. I did name my fluffball after him about a month after he died. He lived really long and he enjoyed life till the end. I think this will be my last entry. It's just me and Jan. She's so much younger, so I'll die first. I won't have to suffer her death. Is that wrong of me? Is it selfish? I've always wondered about the most ethical part, but it should be smooth drifting from here on. Nice, calm days. Goodbye, my journal. The name comes from my limerick, give prime stuff. Okay. If you're not reading this, shame. If you're not me reading this, shame on you for reading my private life. Wow, thank you. You were the one who gave it to me. Okay, 97. How far is this? This is Okay, wow, this is 6 years later. Thought I'd never write in this book again. I'm sad that I am. Found out for the past 3 months Yan has been with someone else. Whoa. Whoa, things are getting spicy. Ah, it's limerick about the old man in the sky. Oh. Oh, that limerick. Okay. I found out for the past 3 months Yan has been with someone else. I don't know what to do. It's all just so much. Thought everything was fine. Was it something I did? Something I said? Don't know. All my family's dead. I have no children. All my close friends have passed away, and all I have left was Yan, and now just myself. Yeah, that was also from the limerick. Well, this is how long later? This is a couple months later. Well, I realize I've hit the bottom. It can only go up from here, right? We've talked about it, and apparently her flame for me became ice months ago. How did I not see it? Was it me? Did I do something wrong? I'm just an old man in a cloud waiting for my end. I'm just waiting. Is it so wrong to just speed it up a little? It will happen anyway. We're buffering again, it seems. Let's have a look at oh, okay, it seems like it's back again. At least it is from when I'm looking at the stream. I'm just an old man in a cloud waiting for my end. I'm just waiting. Is it so wrong just to speed it up a little? It will happen anyway. I have nothing left. I feel devoid of anything. I have no desire to do anything. Just sit here and read everything I've written about my wedding day, my days with Jan. I couldn't take it, reliving my life over and over in my mind. I read about what we were, and every time it just got worse. I got angry the other day and ripped out some of the pages and burned them in the fireplace. That's why the pages are missing. Every day is the same, just sitting here, staring into the fire, asking, why did it happen? What could I have done differently? Oh, I think I'm going to cut it short. Maybe she will feel sad for even just a moment. And then that's it. That's a sad story. That's a sad, sad story. Aw, that's a sad story of someone's diary. Aw, I was expecting like some action, but that's just emotional. Wow. Rip, he just dies. He just dies. Yeah. Oh, that's sad. Right. Um, okay, well, moving on from that. Let's see. We've added strike one. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Oh. I'm not sure if this one is finished. So actually that one is Planets of War. It doesn't look finished. Um, so I am going to read a prime one then. Oh, it's supposed to be a short one? I'm not, was it finished? I'm going to, I don't think that one's finished just yet. So let's go and read, We've read, okay, we have read, I'm going to put some reactions based on the one that I have read. We have read The Infestation. I'm going to give you a, I don't know, let's give you a treasure. We've read the Overachiever, no, we haven't read the Overachievers. We've read this one. We have read The Old Man in the Sky. Is that 3? Have we only done 3? I think we've only done 3. This one, I'm going to put a question mark. We also have, okay, let's read Epic by Human. Ooh. Ooh, now this one looks good. The only prime one out there. No, there's 2, right? There's 2. There's 2 prime ones. 1, 2. Well, anyway. Oops, not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to go to here. I'm currently signed in as JWigs dev. Yes, I know. Just by the looks of this looks really nice. Okay. So let's zoom into this and get in it. Oh, and I see that we have people already here. Bruv, when the Cockney one? Okay, let's see. Okay, so it's apparently it's a British accent. Okay, this is gonna be, I don't do accents. It's the London slang. I don't even know what that is. I'm not from the UK, but let's have a look.
Welcome to English Like a Native. My name is. You may have heard of.
I just want to hear people talk. I just want to hear people talk about it.
Go with.
Where? Well, I'll look it up. I'll do my research. Oh, London? I can't do any British ones. Canadian? I don't even know. I don't know what my accents sound like. Hi, hello. I'm going to read it now. So, let's go away. Go away. Thank you. Okay, let's just do this, and we'll just do this in a normal accent since I can't do accents. Yeah, obviously I can do like old accent, but I should have done Old Man in the Sky in an old one. Grab a sip of water, or just prevent people from suggesting things. This is a tale of one of Prime's best. His name was Muhna. I think I'm saying that right, Muhna. Quite the person he was, Back in the day, when the skies were more chaotic, it was up to people like him to bring order and peace. The story in particular focused on one of his remarkable feats, putting an end to the massive planned cargo raid with only half of his island left. Oh, this is good. This is good. I like this. So we have a champion of the Prime, Muhna, and he was a peacekeeper and he brought order. Apparently, I feel like he's kind of like a Hercules figure, where he has like all these remarkable. There's like tales and songs about him. Right, part one, introduction. It was a cloudy day. At least that's what the radio next to Muhna Ewasimo stated. Muhna Ewasimo. Through the faint static noise that exited. Oh man, I can't read right now. Through the faint static noise that exited from the compact device, through its filtered front, simple words of the weather were spoken. As hover news droned on, the man with his messy hair's eyes creaked open, his back aching. Noticing he was still dressed in his usual attire, he realized he must have passed out before even brushing. Forcing himself up, he hyperextended his pale arm out to hit the button on his radio, silencing it. Checking the clock on his wall, he noticed he was quite late to his job. Quickly leaping off the mattress, he rushed to clean himself and get through his morning routine. Soon, he was cramming some fruit down his mouth and running to the other side of the island, where the ladder to go in was. He noticed he left his watch back home, but didn't have time to go back. Propping his boot-covered foot under the hatch, he lifted it with his leg and practically slid down the ladder as he ran through a tunnel to get to the core. Passing some of the interior rooms, he made it to the core, where he piloted the island. Opening the door to the control room, he looked at the steel walls as he sealed himself in. Feeling the slightly uncomfortable heat of the room, he approached his seat. Looking at the worn leather, he crouched down onto the spinning gimbaled chair. Feeling its overused surface, he lowered the headset down from above him, allowing it to envelope his eyes. As if he ascended, he felt the out-of-body experience looking through the island's cameras. On the edge of his visor came a feed of information that he quickly read as it passed. As if it were natural as breathing, his hands manipulated the controls, breaking the command of the auto-hover. His hand sliding forward on the controls, he watched through the cameras as the monument of an island began to accelerate. While not the fastest, the tank of an island he dubbed the Inquisitor dragged itself through the skies. I believe that's what we get with the Inquisitor. Ooh, that's very pretty. That's very pretty. Quick shots, I guess. So this is probably going to be like a scout, a very heavy scout. Fast moving. Yeah, just with the number of modules it's got on there, it's a very fast moving island. Nice. Oh, he's got even a house on the beach. It's a cute house. The location of it. The collected rainwater dribbled off the side as it sped up. Its sagging vines and more natural components, true to Prime's design, grazed the winds that passed. Mainly powered by the crystal and Ethereum. Okay, we've got the crystal and Ethereum. The island passed debris and floating junk, approaching the target. Yeah, he lives there. Yes, it makes sense. You live on the island. Setting it to autopilot. Oh wait, you're not live. This isn't live. Should be live. Setting it to autopilot, he sat and watched the passing sky, looking as he neared the realm gate. Passing it, he kept going to reach the destination. He was supposed to pick up a delivery from a cargo ship, which had suddenly contacted him out of nowhere. Verifying itself as a prime island, it seemed strange that it would suddenly change course and give its goods to a patrol island. Regardless, he approached with care. With the electric hum and buzz of a portal, he suddenly noticed a gateway opening behind him, as an unidentified island somehow made it this deep into the prime territory. Clearly not intending to be friends with a strange weapon he'd never seen before, the behemoth had already fired, barely giving him time to turn around. With a sudden pulse, he felt a rough vibration as a beam of deep crimson light blindingly blew off a chunk of his island. Returning fire, a volley of synchronized quick shots, dual shots, and even quad shots burst back, dismantling his weapon. Still blindly shooting, he sent out another volley that somehow was taking a wrong path. Surely they must be going the right way. There was supposed to be no wind in the way. Looking up, he noticed the massive island accompanying the first, somehow having made it this close without him noticing. With a massive magnet dangling from beneath, it sucked his shots away. The island began dropping huge cones coming from the bottom, like spikes ready to cut through his island. Retreating, it was too late as the island shredded off the north side of his island, dismembering his house and a fair majority of his weapons. Ooh, man. Chat on screen isn't live. Oh, I think I know what happened. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, chat. Hello. Oh. Okay. Well. Well then, actually, you need to be... Let's try. For some reason, its token isn't working. Yeah, its token its token might have expired. Well, this should work now. Ta-da! And let me quickly check my quota. Make sure we're not. No, I want to open both of these. Quota is looking like... Ba-dum. We're looking good. Oh, I think it's looking good because it was stuck earlier. I'll have to look into that then. Right. We were here. We were here. Yes, the island began dropping huge cones coming from the bottom, like spikes ready to cut through his island. Retreating, it was too late, as the island shredded off the north side of his island, dismembering his house and a fair majority of his weapons. A bright shimmer of light intruded his control room, shut off by the offensive island, instinctively ramming back with the heavy-rooted trees of oak above With the heavy-rooted trees of oak above, he beat off the magnet and took a chunk of the enemy, which fell on his island, crushing a bush. Knowing he wouldn't have time to call for reinforcements, he made a desperate attack on the enemy, flying at one of the first who had begun to flee. Firing a volley of quick shots, he took off its two flotrons as it began to fall. The large prime symbol painted on his island's side was removed easily by the ramming the island, which avenged the first island by smashing into his island in a kamikaze-like attempt to fight back. Feeling a sharp pain, he realized the metal wall was skewered and bent. There was a shard of metal through his back. Knowing he had no choice, he lowered his fist onto the red button underneath his table, before trying to flee from the control room. Knowing he couldn't get out, he collapsed as the pain overtook him, seeing a flash and a loud hum in his ear as everything went white. His core exploded. Oh, he self-destructed, sending him flying while obliterating the enemy in a bright blast. Having hid behind nothing but a chair, he quickly went unconscious as he began to fall, bumping into much of the debris from his island. There was no way he could survive. Okay, so he's like falling. It was a 6-week project as the locals salvaged the wreckage. Farmer reported seeing a bright blast, and later there was a massive cleanup. They failed to find his body and only found shreds of his charred uniform and one of his shoes jammed between two chunks of an island, next to some part of an unknown weapon that was violently destroyed. When Prime officials made it over, they put 2 and 2 together and discovered that a cargo raid had occurred. They noticed how ruined the piece of weapon was quite unnatural, and decided someone had destroyed it by hand. Far away on a tiny island, aloft the forces on it, lay a man, barely alive, with a broken leg, and many wounds. He sat holding a crate. Far away on a tiny island, aloft by the forces on it, lay a man, barely alive. With a broken leg and many wounds, he sat, holding a crate. The cargo he swore to protect. Breaking the seal on the glass container in his hand, he hit the green button with a painful wince, feeling a singeing pain running through his tendons. I really can't read right now. Activating the emergency beacon, he held on to the crate that held essential prime intel, hoping someone would come and rescue him. Chapter 1 complete. Pay $9.99 to unlock Chapter 2. Wow, so he self-destructed his island, flew himself forward, and then launched into the next... Wow, and he survived. That's impressive. That's impressive. Self-destructing while you're in the core is... Wow. Yes, yes, I get that this is Muna. Yeah, wow. Well, I want to hear more, I want to hear more adventures of, what's his last name? Muhna Iwasamo. Muhna Iwasamo. Okay, I get what you're getting at. Um, um, oh, okay. 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 That's not how it works though, but I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I get the name. I get the name. I totally get the name. Now, I think that some parts of this are totally exaggerated by him or by like, as like lores or like fictional tales get told over and over, the stories become more and more ridiculous. They become tall tales. This is what I would call a tall tale. Um of how people and I absolutely love it. Um, because there's no way. Yeah, he told the story exactly. That's the thing. He told the story, and I think he was totally exaggerating. Um, yes, his grammar, or at least the way he's telling the story, um, it's a very I like it. I like it. And then like he tells the story and then he keeps yeah, I know he got his own language wrong. I realize he got his own language wrong. The name isn't perfect, but yeah. I was trying to and then I was trying to figure it out and then I realized wait, no, it's the language is a little bit wrong. But anyway, that's a very good one. That's a very good one. That is a very nice one indeed. Um is my chat updating? Yes, my chat is updating. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. My chat's working. Right. Right. Very nice story. Um, I like it. I like it. Um, we've read. Let's read another one from the strike. Oh wait, no, we've already. This one was the question mark one. Wait, we have one left from the strike. Can I get? Actually, can we just read them all? Could I just read it all? Let's see how much quota I have. I still have. It looks like plenty of quota. It's funny how this YouTube API is kind of limiting. Um, I'm gonna create a second one so I can double the time and I don't have to worry about it, and it should be fine. Just flip back and forth between. Like every other call will be using a different API. um, it won't get overloaded then. Your story was good. I love the tall tale. You know what? Let's go ahead and read them. Let's go ahead and read them all tonight, and then I'll close the submissions off. Um. Let's have a look. Where are we? We are. Let's read. Let's read. Okay, let's read the mysterious force first. Actually, no. There's still three more. I don't know how much. Yeah, there's still three more. We might drink. Yeah, I do need some water. How long is this one? Oh, okay, I see. This one's not too long. This one? Okay, this one's actually pretty long. So you know what? I think we'll just leave that there for today. Um, and I'll keep the submissions open. So this is gonna be a shorter stream. How is your story? Your story was the old man in the sky? No, no. Yours was infestation, and I did not read the overachievers yet. The infestation was really good. I really like the infestation one. I like the log. But I think that'll be all for today's stream. Um, yeah, we'll go ahead and around the same time tomorrow, I'll go ahead and schedule one and send it in the faction challenges chat. We'll go ahead and schedule another one, mainly because my voice is already a little bit dying, and I don't know if I can read all of them. Also, it'll give you some time if you want to quickly write something else, another short story. You can. There's that opportunity there as well. Yeah. So that's all from me for today. Also, the Wi-Fi is my Wi-Fi is supposed to like go down for a couple of hours tonight. And I'm not sure when that will start, and I'd rather not cut it closer. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I have some work to do on my bot. Oh! But before we go, let us. I'm just going to. What should I show you? Let's just pull up this. Let's just pull this up. Right. So before we go, let's talk about streaming. Because, right, so as you can see, my chat, which is lovely right here, and I love how I can just literally point to my chat, and it looks like I'm actually pointing to my chat. Like, it's so cool. Anyway, above me, wait, no, it's kind of like, no, it gotta go right. Above me, right here, it's kind of blank. And we can do whatever. I kind of have to move over a little more. Here we go. We can do whatever we want with this space. It's just kind of like all sorts of stuff. We can do Discord. I have to look at Discord APIs. What I'm thinking is possibly if I do a stream chat, I would actually incorporate it into this chat, and then I would have like a little. You can't see what I'm looking at. What I'm thinking is possibly we do watch time rewards. So watch time as well as I don't know interactions. And then so over in the area, you would get every one of you would get a little character. And this character would start off as a block, and you'd be a block of sand, and then you would be able to you wouldn't be able to control it. It would just be a space where your little characters are running around, and then the more you like watch or the more you interact, you actually get like better or clouds or whatever. You actually can unlock different different blocks to run around, and then you can put in commands in order to like change the look. Also, we could play with factions a little bit as well. I could store your factions, store your channel ID. Because mainly it's because, so basically I have taken, let's have a look at, if you haven't seen the, what I'm trying to go for, I really like Sean Spalding. He's pretty much at the top of like the people who do Game Maker. He's like the very top. So, let me mute this. What he's got in his streams are, where is it? Oh, it's not in this one. That's funny. What he's got in some of his streams are where is it? He's got little people running around, but I can't find it. Here we go. Wait, nope, wrong one. There we go. Wait, nope. I'm going to put you over here. See what he's got? He's got little people running around. And it's super cute. And then, if you can tell, my chat is very similar to his. I mean, his is literally a screenshot. But, like, we can have little people running around. We can, yeah. Possibly rewards for factions. So, you accumulate points for your factions that, I don't know, we can do something with that as well. And then I might even like put a little flag to show what faction you're from if we integrate it well. But anyway, point shop. Ooh, I don't know how we do a point shop. I think if anything, you would send your uh you would send your possibly a I'm not sure how I would do this. We could do you send I want to link the YouTube account to Discord, but I need to manage that somehow. Um um yeah, if chat controls the islands, that can be placed that you can do that in profiles. And then that would work if I can. So basically, what I need to do is from the Islander side, Islander needs to. Well, if you link the accounts through that, basically my YouTube bot needs to get your Discord user ID, and your Islander already has your Discord user ID, and then if they both can communicate that way, basically. So anyway, that's it from me for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you all in the next stream. And I might play around with some ideas before then. Yeah. Goodbye.